guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing a favourites video, so without further ado, let's get on with the video. So I haven't done a favourites video in a long time, but I've been watching Emma's Rectangle recently and she's been doing a lot of her favourites videos and she's been sort of including her Project 10 Pan, which I'm not doing so I won't include that or anything like that, but I'm just kind of enjoying it, learning about people's favourites of the month, what beauty products they're raving about, what sort of clothing or TV or music or film or whatever, because we're in isolation at the moment and I'm not going to ignore that. I want to do a precursor. I literally tried to film like 2 videos very sort of like last minute last weekend, and I've realised that I need to take time with my videos. I want to make nice content for you guys, but I think that in a time like this, I know that a lot of YouTubers are making a lot more content than they've ever made. I totally agree. I feel like I'm spending a lot more time catching up on my subscription box, which is lovely to sort of feel like I can find an escapism in this crazy time that we're in right now, and I want to be there as well to make content to kind of entertain you, and I'm sure everyone's looking for more YouTube videos to watch, people to subscribe to, so I'm just out there to offer some fun content to keep your mind off of things. So a favourites video it shall be. So I have done these in the past, I've split them up into different categories, I've also had title cards for each one, so I'm going to bring those things back to this video, and let's start off with a few fashion trends that I've been really enjoying. So I've really been enjoying mum jeans. Now if you haven't watched my mum's jeans video, it's in, I'm going to take a guess, the iCard. Is it that way? Is it that way? I'll leave it in the description down below as well. But I made a video all about mum jeans and sort of how to style them with boots and stuff. Now it just seems really irrelevant. I'm not even wearing shoes at all like at the moment, but anyway, it doesn't, besides the point. I've been really enjoying them. It's getting warmer at the moment. I am actually currently wearing my mum jeans, that's why I can't kind of hold them up and show you them, but they are really comfortable, they are a really good fit. I've never tried ASOS denim before and I ventured into it and was really pleased with it. Mum jeans a lot more, I have like the more sturdy denim mum jeans, they're a lot thicker denim, they're not as kind of, they're figure hugging at the top, so they have like a more of a cinched in, so they're kind of tighter around the waist, they do have a little bit of a flare out, and then they kind of do go in at the bottom. But I've been really enjoying wearing these because they work with so many different types of tops that I have. I have work with my skin tight tops that I'm wearing currently right now, which is kind of body hugging on the body. I wear them with t-shirts. They're great with a lovely kind of slouchy cropped jumper with them. They're also really good with just normal tops as well that are kind of more baggy and not as skin hugging, but I've really enjoyed wearing them, and I highly recommend if you want to add more jeans to your collection, because I used to be a type of person who had barely any jeans, and I'm growing my jeans collection and I feel like it's good to have more in the wardrobe if you especially like a pair of jeans. And I'm still waiting on a pair of jeans that are like boyfriend that I still don't think they're going to come back into stock, but I'm just hoping and praying that they do. But anyway, that's enough about mum jeans. Let's move on to the next trend, which I can show you pictures, and I'm just going to like literally just show you a few close-up. Maybe not do like a full like try-on style thing, but I mean I'm going to show you them because I've got them all here. I have well and truly fell in love with the organza trend. So I bought my first organza top, which is, let me just chuck these 2 tops on my knee here on the bed. I bought this one first from New Look. If you've seen this, I might have featured it in the haul before. I don't really remember if I have, but anyway, I bought this and I was really skeptical because I've kind of grown into the skin hugging trend of bodycon style tops. Like this one I kind of had for a while and then kind of just started to love a lot. I wasn't sure if I was going to love this because it's got this skin tight ribbed material on the top. It's probably very hard to tell, but if you've seen the organza trend before you'll know that it is very skin hugging, and when I first got it I wasn't sure if I was going to love it, and I wasn't sure if it was something that I would really enjoy wearing. So when I tried this on and I like wore it for a couple of times, I just fell in love. I felt really confident, I felt really sexy, and I just like loved taking, there's literally 2 pictures on my Instagram that I adore with this outfit. I've worn these with different types of jeans. I've worn these with boyfriend jeans, mum jeans, a orange cardi. I will leave my Instagram down in the description down below because I'm actually I'm producing a lot more Instagram content than I've ever done before, which is really nice, and I've gotten back into doing Instagram stuff. But this was the first sort of one that I have. I have a different version of this as well, so I have black in the centre, and then on the puff sleeves, they are not as this almost different. They're not synthetic like this, but they are black all round, and they've got some white polka dots on them, and I really enjoyed wearing that the other day. So it gives a nice alternative because I kind of prefer the black on this. I also did kind of pick up another one, which is a short sleeve white version. This is slightly different. The sleeves are not as puffy out, so the reason why that kind of like silky kind of material works really well because it does actually puff out on itself, whereas this is not as puffed out. But I did wear it and I did like it, and it was really nice. And like for me, I buy size 10 if you're just curious. I really love this. This again, just it works well with so many different jeans as well, which is what I really like. But I've got a lot of short sleeve versions of this, so I wanted to pick up a long sleeve version. I bought all of these from New Look. I will try and leave a link to everything that I can think of that is going to be shoppable in the description down below, because I know how useful that is to shop the items in favourites videos or hauls and that kind of thing. But this is lovely. I'm yet to wear this actually. Where do I hide this? There we go. So yeah, it is lovely and long sleeve. I tried this on before when I got it in the mail and I really liked it, so I'm really excited to try this and post some outfit pics on my Instagram. And that's everything fashion stuff. So let's move on to some makeup favourites. So at Christmas time, as part of my wish list that I wanted for gifts was a Morphe eyeshadow palette. Now Christmas does feel like a long time ago, although it's only been like a couple of months ago, which is crazy. But I wanted to have this Morphe palette, which I've never had a Morphe palette actually. And I got this one is the Ready Set Gold 35R, since I know they do numbers type thing with their palettes, and I've never had one before, and this is amazing. I do find it really weird, and I think it's a common complaint from a lot of users who have Morphe palettes. They're massive, but where's the mirror? I mean, I have big mirrors. I have a big mirror that I use to put my makeup on. Well, you know, I wouldn't hate a nice mirror on the top, but anyway, I'm just asking for too much. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. It's a very neutral brown palette. If you like neutrals like 99% of all women probably do, then this 100% of women do, then I love a nice neutrals palette. And I've been really enjoying using this colour here, which is on my kind of like centre of the whole of my lid. I then use a topping of a kind of a different colour from a different palette, which is a Japanese palette that I'm trying to sort of hit pan on. And then I use this one here to kind of just go over and line a little bit of my eyeshadow, and then on the inner corner I use a different one. But some of the colours are gorgeous. I love there's quite a lot of variety of mattes, more than there are shimmers. But I have actually definitely used this one here for like an all over on top of this colour here, and it's just such a versatile palette. You can definitely create many looks from just this palette alone, and I think it's great because I now can't complain because I have a Naked Heat Petite palette that I'm trying to not use too much because there's only one shade that I use in there, but I'm trying to hit pan, which is going to take a very long time probably using this one. But I just really enjoyed using this palette, and I think it's a good variety of colours. So if you're looking for mattes and that kind of thing, then this is, and shimmers and neutral tones, then this is kind of the favourite type of palette that I'm enjoying at the moment. Moving on, I've really been enjoying experimenting with making my lips look smaller but also bigger. So I've talked about this before in a previous video, and I followed a tutorial that RawKristiBeauty followed, which was actually originally done by Snitchery, who is really good at this brat style lip look, which make your lips look crazy big. So let me just talk you through a very quick rendition of this video. So you use a lip liner. Now I use the difference, I use two different ones. Sometimes I alternate between which one I like. So I normally use the Maybelline New York Super Stay matte ink crayon, and then I will use the NYX Lingerie Push-Up one. They are in a very similar matte kind of neutral brown colour. Like, can you see there's a trend here? Well, I like using neutral browns on my face. Like, it's so basic, but I love it. And then you use a liquid lip, which I use two different ones. So I either use today, I've changed it up, it's a bit more of a purple colour, but it is really nice. It's the Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick Blaise Chocolates, which smells like chocolates. This is in shade 842 Candyman, if you wanted to know. And of course, my staple, which is, the label has definitely come off on this one, is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in 65 Seductress. I didn't even need to look at that, didn't even know I needed to look at that because I know the number. And then I use as a lip topper, so I don't really like glosses. So you're meant to use a gloss, a super kind of like glittery gloss, so that it really like emphasizes the oomph on your lips. But I've been using this Japanese make one, which is called Kate Tokyo Lip Tint Matte. This does not come across as like a matte. It's still, I've got it on right now, I'm using it today. I alternate between this and a lipstick, but I've kind of just realised that this makes it look a bit more fuller because it's glossy, but it's more of a, it has a balm consistency, but it's not similar to those other colours. It's more of a pinky toned thing, because as you can kind of see by the little bottle. But I actually really like this because I use a little bit of it, just dab it on, work it through, and just kind of make it feel a lot more fuller. I then use, I don't actually have the brush here, but it's very dirty and I don't really want to show you it, but it's a tip, like a really like angled eyeshadow brush, which is perfect to create this look. So basically what you do is you use that brush and you dip it in foundation, and on the corners of your lips, on the bottom and the top and the bottom of your lips, you use it to close in your lips, so it gives the more smaller lip but more filling appearance of your lips. And I've really enjoyed doing it. I've taken pictures of myself and I've done it really well, and I genuinely looks like I've got much more fuller lips and stuff, so I'm really pleased with that trend. It's so cool and I adore it so much. So let's move on to the next category, which is a slightly different one that I never thought I would talk about, and as of recently I want to include it, and it is nails. So for the past couple months, since I've kind of had more time on my hands, I've been doing my nails by myself, and let me just show you one thing. Before I kind of go into the other products that I really enjoy, I'll show you my nail collection because it is crazy ever growing. I have a wooden box full of nail polish. Now, I had a culling of my nail polishes about a couple of years ago because some of them just kind of were so old that I had them as a teenager, and they do not last as long as you think they would like to. So I have a huge fascination with Barry M and also Essie nails. Essie's so good because the collection is really broad in terms of shades and stuff, but I tend to like very similar colours, so I'm experimenting a lot recently with like light pink. So I've got like a really soft pink, which is very much a French manicure style, which is in Sugar Daddy. I also have been enjoying using more of a gloss and more of a glittery kind of shade as a base colour, which is in Jamaica Me Crazy. I've had this for quite some time now. I think they still do a colour like that. Recently I've been really getting into Splash of Geraldine, which is absolutely gorgeous, a perfect kind of light purple, which works really well with really vibrant glitters, and I would say hollow colours as well. But I've been really enjoying this because this is not a glimmery one, this is just a more of a plain clean colour, which is really nice. I've also ventured into the greys, which I never thought I would. I saw Emma's Rectangle get a bunch of nails that were like black and grey and different colours and stuff, but I have been Pinteresting and pinning a lot of nail designs, and this was one of the ones that came up that I really enjoyed wearing. And I also got like a black, because I don't actually own, well I must have done when I was a teenager, own a black nail polish, because who the hell doesn't? If you're wondering, the grey that I've got is Cocktail Bling. This is actually quite a new one that I bought recently, and then the black one is called Licorice. Licorice. Licorice? Is that how you say it? Yeah, Licorice. And I've been really enjoying these. I I don't think they do a lot of glitters, so I've never really ventured into that. But this is where Barry M comes in, when you want to glam it up with a bit of glitter and a bit of bling. That is where they're so good at that. I ventured into Superdrug, where Barry M usually stocks a lot of their items, and I think they also stock in Boots as well. But anyway, I am a massive fan of their molten metal collection. I don't know why they've done this in my other hand, but never mind, whatever. I've gone for a whole spectrum, so I've used this one recently, which is a rose gold. Absolutely amazing, so gorgeous. This one is in, let me just tell you, pink ice. This is gorgeous. It has like flecks of a bit of silver and red, and it just makes the perfect rose gold. I have got this one, which is a very, very bright pink, which is in Fuchsia Kiss. I've not used this yet. I'm a little bit afraid to use it, but I think I just need to bite the bullet and team this up with this colour here. I think these two together would be such a good complementary shade together. And also this is the most gorgeous holographic shade that Barry M does, and it's called Holographic Lights. And because I looked into Holo Taco by Simply Nailogical, and it was so expensive for shipping. I just thought, like, I can surely buy these types of things in the UK, and also buy a peel-off base from Barry M, which I don't know whether or not it's doing bad things to my nails, because I've really butchered them a little bit, so I need to kind of give my nails a breather after the nail set that I'm doing at the moment. But I absolutely adore it, and it's such a good thing to get into, and it's like another way for me to express my creativity through my nails, and I've really enjoyed it. So let's move on to the next topic, which is TV shows. And whilst I have been in isolation, I've been enjoying a lot of Netflix, a lot of Amazon Prime. And to start off with, I watched a couple of months ago now, before quarantine happened and before this whole crazy thing happened, was The Office. I really enjoyed that. But once I finished watching that with my boyfriend, we started at different times, and then we sort of just joined each other and watched it at the same time. That then finished, then we needed a new, like, binge-worthy box set kind of style comedy show, so we found Parks and Rec. Now, we're actually one episode away from, like, we're now only got one episode left of the series, the whole entire series, and I've really enjoyed it. I've heard, like, references, you probably heard, like, Treat Yourself, and I'm like, where does this come from? Where the hell have I not seen this before? I need to see this show. I need to watch it. It's so good, and I've heard some really good stuff about it, so it was nice. I don't think that it was as good as The Office, but I think it's, if you're looking for like a box set, binge-worthy TV comedy show, and you've got a lot of time on your hands, and obviously we're not going anywhere, then I would definitely recommend watching Parks and Rec. It's quite good with like a partner to watch together, to kind of just find and kind of kill some time in the evenings when we're not doing anything. So yeah, me and my boyfriend would definitely recommend that together. I'm sure he would, if he was here to say that. And I have recently, my boyfriend, I don't know why he keeps getting the subscriptions and I don't, but anyway, whatever. He has signed up to Disney Plus, and we've been enjoying a couple of different documentaries. So I watched a Star Wars documentary, but the one documentary that has got, it's really, the episodes are like an hour length long, but they are, every week they upload new ones. So I think today, Friday, as I'm filming this video, there should be a new episode out. So it's called The Imagineering Story, and it's all about the stories behind making the theme park. So if you're a big fan of Disneyland Paris, or you are Walt Disney, kind of in America, Disneyland Parks and the Epcot and all of the other places that I still don't remember the names of each individual park. I think there's about 3 different parks in America, and it's so confusing. But they also talked about Tokyo Disneyland as well, and the success of that and all that kind of stuff. And it's really interesting if you want that kind of window into how do they make those theme parks. And documentaries are really something that I'm really enjoying at the moment, so that is something that I would definitely recommend on Disney Plus if you're looking for like long, hour-length worthy TV show viewing. That is definitely a very big recommendation from me. And another thing that I'm sure you've probably watched and you've heard quite enough of your colleagues or friends or Twitter has talked about is Tiger King. If you are looking for something so obnoxiously weird, it's just such a mind F. It screws your mind. You wanna, if you haven't watched it, like, you will either root for the weirdest characters in this TV show / documentary. I don't understand. It is, these people, like, you think, how are they real? How is this real life? How has this happened in the same world that I'm living in? It's just bonkers, because these people are absolutely insane. And everyone's talked about it in my work and has been like, have you watched it? Oh my god, it's insane. I had an episode that I can't listen to, which I'm slowly near the end of Tiger King, so I can listen to an episode of a podcast, Jenna and Julian's episode, that they've talked about Tiger King, and I was like, no, can't listen to the rest of it because I literally need to like wait until I've listened to it. But yeah, and watched it, sorry. So yeah, everyone's talking about it. If you haven't already and you need a little bit more of a push, then here I am telling you about it, because why the hell not? Let's talk now about apps. I have not done this in a long time, but I've been enjoying quite a few actually recently, so yeah, let's talk about apps. So the first one is Pokemon Go. Recently, well, ever since Christmas, when I bought when I was given my new phone, which is a very nice phone now, so this has a lot more memory, it's got a lot more space, so I've been really enjoying playing Pokemon Go. So before lockdown happened, I was spending a lot of time out, so I was going shopping and I was going to Tesco a lot and I literally found that because I was walking everywhere, I don't drive a lot, I don't have my own car, so a lot of the time was spent walking, so I was like, why the hell not get Pokemon Go, since haven't got an iPhone 6 that just drains my battery like that, then why not get it? It does still drain the battery, but it doesn't drain it as much. I've been really enjoying it. I've evolved a lot of my Pokemons. I've remembered the names of Pokemons. My boyfriend's Pokemon knowledge is far superior than mine. I am just learning as I go, but I have a spreadsheet, which is the most nerdiest thing I've probably ever said on this channel, but I have a spreadsheet. I'm proud of it. I have a spreadsheet which tells me, I have to update it by myself manually, which is a little bit clunky, but it does tell me which ones I've evolved and which ones I need to keep collecting, because some of them you need to collect quite a few to evolve them. But it's been fun, and I know that everyone's probably like, Pokemon Go, that's so like 5 years ago. You're right, but it's fun, and they've made it slightly easier to play, especially during quarantine and isolation. So I would definitely recommend getting back into it if you're looking for something to do whilst at home. Another one is TikTok. Now, I cannot believe I used to use TikTok when it was used to be called Musical.ly. I've left them up because I can't be bothered to get them and delete them. But I've really, I've made some Musical.lys before. But when it became TikTok again and the trend just went off, I wasn't like desperate to get into it, but I did some reading for social media like at the beginning of this year or the end of last year, and I literally spent a couple of minutes in it. It has the most, and I keep telling this to people at work as well, it has the most sophisticated algorithm. It really is so in tune with your interests, and it feeds you content immediately that you know you'll really love, because everyone's For You channel or page is completely different to everyone else's. So you might see a lot more TikTok stars, whereas I don't really see many TikTok mainstream stars. I follow Brittany Broski, it's probably the only person that I follow who's like a TikTok celebrity as such. But I follow, and my For You page is just constant like comedy, it is just random people making content, it's a lot of pet content because I love that stuff. It's so much more sophisticated than the Explore page on Instagram, and I'm spending a lot more time on it, especially now, and especially when I was kind of waiting for like a job and stuff. I was just spending a lot of time just making TikTok content and also watching a lot of stuff. So if you're not hooked on it and you want to follow me, I will leave the app down in the description down below, although I've never done that before, but I mean, why not go and follow me anyway? Let's see if that works. and last one is I wanted to say is I've been getting back into Puzzle Droids, which is a Star Wars game. It does not work, well, it works, but it's not been updated for like a year, so it's basically like Bejeweled, or it's like Candy Crush. It's very similar in that sense. You move blocks to make a connection, and you get extra things if you like complete 4 or 5 or 6 of them. But it's had so many bugs. Like the gems, there's like 3 layered on top of it. It shouldn't be like that. Or like the whole screen doesn't fit whole screen. So like the screen goes right up there. So I have to sometimes screenshot it because the mission goals are like up here where like your phone microphone is and where the little camera is on top. So unfortunately it doesn't quite work for a new phone. If you have an iPhone 6, a very old school phone, then yes, it will work for you. But yeah, I've just enjoyed it. I had it a long time ago. I was going through what I had purchased before, and I liked it, and I thought, why the hell not get it again? But yeah, that is everything. I could also talk about Animal Crossing for at least an hour, but I won't, because I think it's pretty much like everyone's talked about it online, so I don't need to add it into my favourites. But if it's something that you want to know, I've been getting into Animal Crossing. I might leave my Animal Crossing ID on the screen. I don't know whether that's going to help or get more people coming to my house or my village or my island, whatever it's bloody well called these days. But my god, I've been talking for long enough now, and this has been a long favourites video. I really enjoyed making this. I have been putting off making videos since I got a job, and I've just like bite the bullet, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna make the video. I'm just gonna do it. It's just gonna be fun. But yeah, don't forget to like this video, and if you're new to my channel and you like what you've just seen, then hit that red subscribe button down below. And oh yeah, don't forget to tap that notification bell to be told when I'm in new videos, because I make them ever so often. And I guess all I've got to say is a happy favourites over and out. Sayonara.